Hey, yeah, how's it going, man? It's Colin Daniel here from riffninja.com. Chromatic. Man, that's hard to say, especially after you've had a few beers. Wrap your tongue around it. Chromatic. Chromatic. What the heck is that? Actually, I thought it was Chromatic Man, which is a Neanderthal man, but I got that wrong too. Chromosome, no, it's chromatic. Chromatic is really all the notes that we have available to us. So chromatic's been taken in a lot of contexts. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about the pure chromatic and its application on the guitar. Us guitar players, we really like to cheat. We do things backwards a lot of times compared to the piano. You've got to understand a lot of this theory is derived from the piano. So the pure chromatic is our 12 notes of the scale. Don't know if, how far along you're on your guitar thing, but like say for example, I could show you all the notes on a 6 string. Every string has 12 chromatic notes on it. Chromatic is another way to say semitone too, because you can have chromatic passing notes which are out of note pitches that don't belong in the scale. But we're talking about a full, complete chromatic scale, the whole spectrum. You can start on any note you want because a chromatic scale isn't in any key. There is no key for it. It's just all 12 notes. You can start on any note you got. It's not a key. It's just all the notes we have available to us, really. And so say the 6th string, you know, in standard tuning, this is E. So chromatic, I just take every fret and every note. So E, then F sharp or G flat, then G sharp, then A or A flat, then A. See, normally in chromatic on a guitar, when I'm ascending, meaning I'm going up, I'll go in sharp. So go E, F, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, you know, C sharp, D sharp, E. There you go. That's my full octave of chromatic notes from E to E, 12 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Repeat at the 12th fret. Don't forget, it's the 12th fret that's your octave on the guitar. So chromatic again is all the notes in semitone step. We have deviations of that on the guitar, which is more than likely, if you're a guitar player, is what you're looking for. Because in a minute I'm going to show you why the pure chromatic scale isn't the scale of favor. But just so that you know what a chromatic scale really is, the true pure chromatic of all 12 notes that we have. So on the way up I use sharps, so E, F, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. On the way down I'll use flats, E flat, D flat, C, B flat, A flat, G flat, F, and E. It's still pure chromatic and it's still all 12 semitones. And that's all we've got in music. Yeah, it repeats after that. It goes to the next octave below or above it, depending on where we are. Okay, now, what's the thing with the chromatic? It's no key. Well, it's used as passing notes. For example, on the guitar, the minor position of A is a good place to be. So I'm going to, for those reasons, I'm going to show you the chromatic scale starting from an A, and this is a cheater chromatic scale. This would be a good finger exercise and also keeps you within the fingering pattern that's easy to reach and get you started with your soloing or your scale understanding. Now this can be a great metal scale. You know, there's quite a bit there, and we'll get into that. Jazz scale, blues scale, whatever. Like for blues, we usually don't play as many notes, but I use some chromatic notes, not as many as I'm using right now. But it all comes from this. Like I said, the pure chromatic scale is all the notes in semitone step. Now here's the issue. If we play all the notes in semitone step and we start on an A and we want to get a closed finger position, this is what happens. A sharp, B, C. Now we need C sharp, which is either here. Both of them are outside of the fretboard position. So I either slide up a pinky and then move over, slide up again, because this is going to happen on every string except for crossing the B string. Okay, that's a pure chromatic scale in one position starting on the 5th fret. Again, You know, that's pure chromatic where I have to catch it with my pinky. Okay, one more time. So I use 4 fingers plus a pinky slide. Watch again. I'll do it slowly. I'm bad. I should slow it down. Okay, so every string is like what I just did, except for the B string. Because you'll hear on the G string, when I cross from G to B, those 2 notes are the same, right? Even if you don't know the note. It's an E if you want to know. Or I mean an F sharp if you want to. Said it again. It's an E. It's an E if you want to know. But it's like you can find that E here, but you know, so that'd be on the 5th fret, 2nd string, or the 9th fret, 3rd string. But all I'm saying to you is like, here's the pattern. When you get to that G string and you cross over, you don't really need to play the extra pinky note because you're going to get it on the B string because of the way the guitar is tuned and the fretboard relationship. So when I go to the G string, okay, now that's the pure chromatic. You can also do this. Drop a string every time, or drop a fret every time. And that creates a pure chromatic scale too. But the one most guitar players use is the cheater chromatic. They skip a note. They just keep their 4 fingers down. And this is probably the one you're really looking for. But that's up to you. You make that decision because pure chromatic can be played this way. Can we play like this with the pinky slide? But it's not in any key until I decide to make it in a key. All right, good luck with your chromatic scale. Have lots of fun, and if you need more information in this, you're going to have to check out my website at riffninja.com. This is Colin Daniels signing out for now. See you later.